everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see, I am coming back at you with another video, completely barefaced, but it's looking quite hydrated and dewy, so I don't really mind. So, I have got a story to tell you. Well, it's not really a story, but it's kind of like the reason why this isn't really the video that I wanted it to be, so yeah, basically, long story short, I sat here and filmed this really nice makeup look, and I was really happy about it. I was going to do a voiceover and everything, and I went to edit it, and for some reason it just kept lagging, and like the actual footage just kept on lagging like this, and I can't work with stuff like that, so I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna delete that video completely. I just thought, you know what, I've got a 6 o'clock deadline that I give myself to put my videos up by, and I don't want to miss an upload. So now I'm gonna try redo it, but instead of doing a whole voiceover and stuff like that, I'm just gonna do like a talk through, walk through, makeup look thing, situation, you get the gist. So, I don't want to babble too much longer, but before I get on with this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also give the video a like, and even leave a comment if you want to, and yeah, let's get on with the video. So before I'm going to start, I'm actually going to just hydrate my skin a bit more with my L'Oreal Hydrogenius Aloe Water, and this is the one for dry to normal dry skin, and I really like using this just to really help hydrate. It's actually really snowy out there, guys. I'm actually going to start off with my eyes first, because the look I'm going to go for today is more bold, and you know, don't think I'm going to get a lot of fallout, but just in case I get fallout, I'm going to do my eyes first. So I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with the Makeup Revolution new concealer. It's the Conceal and Define concealer in the shade C1. With this brush here, this is actually a Primark brush. I picked it up because, of course, I watched Holly Boone's Primark testing makeup video, and she was saying that this brush is actually really good for blending out your concealer. So of course I went and picked it up, and it was only £1.50. So yeah, and this concealer is really good for your eyelids because it's full coverage concealer, so it really covers up everything that you want to cover up, like your veins, any redness. And then I'm just gonna make sure it's all nice and smooth and just dab it in with my Real Technique sponge. Make sure that there's no excess concealer sitting there that could ruin the eye look. I'm just gonna set it down anyway, just because I feel like it also helps a lot more with the rest of your eyeshadow anyway. So I'm gonna be taking, where is it? I'm going to be taking this shade right here, pretty much identical to my skin tone anyway. Now I'm going to be taking this brown shade here. Oh, did I say what palette this was? I can't remember. But just in case I didn't, this is the Makeup Revolution 144 Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette Collection 2018. And I'm just going to be buffing that through the crease with the exact same brush, because this is actually quite a light pigmented brown anyway. Buff that all in using circular and windshield wiper motions. And the nice thing about this colour is that it's a very buildable colour, so you can go over and over and over and over, and it's not going to look too crazy. That is what I'm going to use this palette for in today's video. So let's move on to the next palette that I'm going to be using in today's video, which is my kind of grubby looking at the minute for some reason. My Jaclynhillxmorphe palette. I am obsessed with this palette so freaking much. I mean, look how beautiful that is. I can't believe I own it. So anyway, I'm going to be going in with this chocolate shade right here. And I'm going to go in on the exact same brush, but I'm going to be pressing very, very lightly. I'm literally just going to dab my brush in like that. You can see how pigmented that is. Tap any excess off. Always make sure you do that. And then I'm going to hold the brush further down on the handle, and I'm literally just going to very lightly, with small little brush strokes, kind of pop that through the crease. And this is basically what's going to give it the depth that I want the eye look to have. Just going to take that a little bit higher than the crease as well, just so that when I open my eyes you can still see the colour. Very, very lightly just buffing that in, and do the same on the other side. I don't want to take it too heavy on the inner corner, because in a little while I'm going to be doing a half cut crease, so that's the reason why there's not really any need to take it too far in, well, too heavily in to the inner part. And on the edges, literally just go around in circles, just to make sure that there's no harsh lines and it is all nicely blended. For the next step, I'm going to be taking this blue shade here, which is called Twerk in the palette. I am obsessed with this colour right now, and I'm just going to put that just below the crease and start working it onto my lid. Okay, that brush doesn't want to give me the best payoff, so I'm actually just going to switch to this one. It's only got like transition colours on it, so it'll be fine. And I'm just going to take a little bit and just start buffing that onto the outer part of my eye. And I'm also going to like tap it on as well to get the most amount of pigment from it. I'm now going to be going in with this purple shade here, which is called Royalty. It's like a really nice royal purple shade. Pop it just a little bit overlapping that blue, just so it's all blended, and bringing it in on the middle part of your eyelid. And it doesn't matter so much if it's not very even here, because we are going to be putting concealer over the top of the very edge part, and then we're just going to be blending it out anyway, so don't worry too much if you don't get it exactly perfect. Then you're going to go back with your concealer and your concealer brush. If you've got enough on your brush already, then you might not necessarily need to add a bit more on, but I do, because I do like to make sure that it is cut, you know. Oh, I've got no mirror on it. So all you're going to do is just cut it wherever you want to cut it, wherever you want that shimmery colour to go next. Just cut it. It's all really about where you want it and how you like it. And basically all the concealer is going to be doing is just making the shimmery colour pop a lot more on your eyelids. So that's the reason why. Obviously you do want to get these kind of even, or as even as you possibly can. So I'm just going to be taking this e.l.f. flat brush, and then I'm also going to be taking this shade here, the really nice gold shade, which I do believe is called Queen. I'm pretty sure this gold shade is called Queen. And literally just going to be taking some on the brush. I have noticed with this palette, the shimmers don't really need a lot of work with, if that makes sense. Like I mean, come on. Like, this shade is just insanely pigmented. Like, if I was to go and put setting spray, or if I was to wet my brush with any kind of spray, whether it's water, setting spray, whatever, it would just be so much more intense, yes, but I feel like this shade is already intense enough. It doesn't really need it. But it's whatever you want to do. If you prefer to wet the brush, then you do that. But I prefer to work with it with a dry brush. And then I'm just gonna overlap the gold into the purple. This is gonna help us blend the purple and the gold together. And then I'm just gonna do the exact same thing on the other eye. And then once you're happy with the result that you've got, you just want to take the brush that you used for the purple and just very slightly just dip, just to get a little bit more pigment on the brush. And then we just want to blend over the edge where the purple and the gold meet together. And then just do the same on the other eye. And then, once you are happy with your blend, you know, you're satisfied and everything, all you're going to want to do is just grab a wipe. I'm just going to be taking little baby wipes. And then, once you've cleaned up the under eye, I'm just going to blend out the edges, just to make sure that there's no harsh lines and etc. But for some reason, this eye always goes really weird. Alright, so moving on to the face now. And once we've done the face, we'll come back and finish the eyes off. Don't worry, we're not going to leave it like that. So, for foundation, I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Superstay 24-hour foundation. I think that's what it's called. I'm just going to put it on more down here because I want to have quite a light coverage as I get more towards my eyes. And I like to do my foundation before I do my eyebrows. If you like to do it eyes, eyebrows, then foundation, do it like that. Just do the next couple of stages in your own way. But yeah, I just like there to be like a lot more of a thinner coverage underneath the eyes. Mainly because I do have like under eye lines, like fine lines under my eyes, and I don't like to have too much product because otherwise it will crease up and it will just look weird. Alright, now you've got your foundation blended in. I'm just going to take my Revolution concealer again, and I'm just going to pop this a little bit lower under my eyes here because I'm going to blend it up. So I'm just going to blend the bottom of it, make sure that there's no harsh lines from foundation to concealer, and I'm literally going to go so close under my eye and just blend it all in. Okay, I'm actually going to skip powder because just recently my skin hasn't really been looking the nicest with powder on, even though I really do love this powder, but I'm not really in the powdery mood, and this foundation and concealer doesn't really need the powder, so I'm gonna stick with this for a base, and I'm just going to bronze up my face using the very last little bit of the bronzer in this palette. In circular motions, blend my bronzer in. And the nice thing is that it doesn't really seem like the foundation or concealer gets moved about when I do this. So then I'm just going to go in with the blush. I'm just going to put that on the apples of my cheeks and blend it into the bronzer. And it's also got a bit of a highlight to it. Can you see it's got a bit of a highlight to it? So I'm not going to go too overboard with the highlight today, I don't think. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take the highlight shade and I'm just going to put it on the ends of my nose and a little bit up here. Now it is eyebrows time. So I'm just going to be taking my Maybelline Brow Satin pencil, I think this is. I'm going to fill my eyebrows in. Obviously we all fill them in differently, so just do it however you do it. Okay, now we're going to go finish up the eyes. You can put a wing with this if you wanted to, but I'm not going to be doing a wing today. I'm just going to line my lash line with some black eyeshadow just to finish it, bring it all together in a way, and then apply some mascara as well. You can add false lashes if you wanted to, but I'm not going to today. I'm just going to be taking the excess shadow colour, the blue and the purple on the brushes, and I'm just going to run that under my eyes because I feel like we're looking a little bit top heavy. So I'm just going to run it very closely, and I don't want to go too heavy on the lower lash line because we're already quite bold on the top, so just a small little amount would do. And I'm just going to take the purple in the middle of my lower lash line. And then I'm actually going to take the gold and I'm just going to pop that on the inner part of the lower lash line. Just so that we've got the ombre on both top and bottom. Okay, I'm just going to take on this very small detailing brush. It's very small. I'm just going to take these two shades here, and I do believe these are In Light and Beam, and I'm just going to take some, just going to dip my brush in both of them, and I'm just going to apply it for some inner corner highlight, and I'm also going to be taking it on my brow bone just here, but not too much as my brows aren't perfect and I don't want to bring too much attention to them. Okay, now we're going to move on to mascara. Of course you can curl your lashes, apply false lashes if you want to. I am personally not going to because I don't really feel like I need to curl my lashes, so I'm just going to apply some mascara very quickly and I will be right back. And I've only done my top lashes mainly because I feel like it might be a bit too much to put it on the bottom lashes as well, but it's completely up to you. If you're going to recreate this look, it's up to you whether you do or you don't. My personal preference is that I'm not going to. I did accidentally get a little bit of mascara on my face, but it's okay. Just let it dry and then it will very easily come off, and then you can just... Okay, now it's time for lipstick, and I'm just going to be going in with a nude colour because I feel like we're quite bold on the eyes. So let's go with a nude, and I'm just going to be taking the Maybelline lipstick in Rosewood Pearl, and I'm just going to crack that on. Okay, it's quite a nice, it's almost like it looks glossy on the lips, but yeah, I really like this lipstick just for a nude everyday lipstick. So guys, that completes this makeup look now. Obviously you can now set your face. I'm going to just quickly do that with the Makeup Revolution Illuminating Fixing Spray. And that, my friends, is the end of the video. I'm really sad about it, but yeah. So if you've enjoyed this makeup and you would like to see more from me, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you've enjoyed it. And also while you're down there, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I am so excited because I am coming up to 50 subscribers and that will be my goal if I can hit that. I will see you all in my next video. Take care until then. Bye guys.